You guys saw the thumbnail, you guys saw the title. You guys know that I'm going to be talking about the secret to retiring wealthy. I'm going to show you guys how to make fucking bank when you retire. I'm going to show you guys how to make so much money you won't even know what to do with it. But you guys are going to have to put the work in. You guys are going to have to make the contributions now. And you can do that by subscribing to my Patreon. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't click away. I'm kidding. Now, this really isn't clickbait. I'm being completely serious. If you follow my instructions, if you watch this video, you will have the tools to retire with some portion of wealth, no matter what job you have. Anyone of any job can retire wealthy. It is not so much as how much money you're making now. It is about how much you are putting in towards your retirement. And let me teach you about that right now. I'm going to teach you guys. I took a couple personal finance classes. I'm passing down the knowledge. Now, it all starts with opening up a retirement account with your bank of choice. It's called a retirement account. And you can do this with any bank. It is very easy to set up. I go to Chase Bank. They have very good credit cards, which is why I chose Chase. I don't know if I'll talk about credit cards in another video, but I mean, I could go over it. But another thing I like about Chase is that they have a really, really good app on my phone where I can manage my finances, pay my credit card bill, and I can also open accounts. You know, I can do everything that I need to do without going in person to a bank, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit scared of the bank. I don't really like going in there for appointments. I don't really like talking to the people at the bank. They scare me a little bit. But if you guys are somewhat financially literate, I'm going to assume you guys have a credit card. I know what you guys are going to say. Napoleon, I have a checking account. Napoleon, I have a savings account. Can't I just put all my money there? And I know that's what you guys are saying. You know, let me put all my money in my checking account. Let me put all my money in my savings account. But those aren't retirement accounts. Checking and savings accounts are not designed for long-term saving towards your retirement. Checking accounts, and specifically, they're designed for in and out transfers, very rapid transactions, and they don't offer you any sort of way to grow your money. It's like your wallet. It's a holding place for your money. You know, your money's not going to grow in your wallet. And the same way, your money's not going to grow in a checking account. It doesn't offer you any meaningful interest compared to a retirement account. Retirement accounts are specifically designed to earn you money by generating compound growth by investing your retirement savings, and they multiply the earnings. Not to mention, I'm going to be honest with you guys, inflation is kind of a bitch. If you keep your money in your checking account, it's going to get impacted by inflation. You're going to still have your money, but it's not going to be worth as much due to inflation, which just, fucking sucks. Really, really fucking sucks. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. There are a lot of different retirement accounts. They all accomplish the same goal, but they all have very different paths or requirements or little niches. And I'm not going to explain all of that because it's just like, I'm going to assume that no one working here is a priest that would need a special priest design retirement account, because there's a name for that. It's like it's some form of a 401k. I think it's like a 403 or something. But regardless, I'm going to assume I'm not talking to any priests. But anyway, they all help you build wealth so that when you retire, you can retire with lots of money. You can live out your years as a fucking filthy rich person. Now, for the sake of the argument, for the sake of my viewers here, I'm going to assume you are working a very typical job, and the job that you work actually determines the retirement accounts that's going to be best for you. All right, I'm going to put you into two groups. Raise your hand if you make, if you're working with a salary. All right, I'm going to assume that, some of you guys raised your hands. Now, it's worth contacting your employer to see if they offer a 401k match. This is usually a percentage. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what a 401k is, you put your money in a 401k. But the thing with a 401k is that your employer will contribute towards your retirement account. They will match you up to a certain percentage. So what that looks like, let me help you visualize this. So they're going to match 100% of the first 4% of your salary. What that means is, let's say you make $60,000 a year. Your employer will match 100% of your contributions to your retirement account up to 4% of your salary. So to get the maximum match, you would need to contribute at least 4% of your salary, and then your employer would add another 4% out of their pocket to your retirement account. So 4% of 60,000, that's 2,400. So if you put 2,400 into your 401k to retire, you do that yearly, your employer will take $2,400 out of their own pocket and put it into your retirement account. So your annual retirement contribution would be $4,800, even though you only contributed half of that. Your employer gave you the other half. They gave you that 4%, which is, it's really good, because some businesses go higher than 4%. Typically, it's only 4% your first year, but then, you get more benefits and it eventually goes up, which is very, very good if you're working a salary. Now, listen, I'm not working a salary. I'm not at that point yet. I'm going to assume a lot of you guys are working odd jobs. You guys are clocking in for work, and there's no opportunity for your employer to match you on a 401k. And actually, another thing with 401ks is you can't access that money until you turn 59, when you retire. Legally, that's when you retire. You can't access that money. Literally, you cannot touch that money. You can't withdraw. You can't do shit with that money until you turn 59. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, moving on to IRAs, this is going to be for people that, like I said before, don't make a salary, and therefore, their employers won't match you on your contribution. IRAs are going to be your best friend. They are going to be your fucking first love. I love my IRA. More specifically, there's two types of IRAs, for the sake of the argument. There's traditional IRA and there's a Roth IRA. I'm going to explain which one is better in my humble opinion. So there's not really much of a difference between them. The only difference is how they're taxed, because every retirement account, you got to pay tax. The big gov is watching. 1984, George Orwell. Come on, guys, work with me here. So a Roth IRA is taxed when you make a deposit. If I deposit $10 into my Roth IRA, the government may take $1 due to tax. But when I withdraw my money, let's say I turn 59, I take all my money. Let's say, for the sake of the argument, compound interest, my $10 turned into $50,000. This is unrealistic, but just work with me here. Basically, I get that $50,000. I don't have to pay taxes on it, because I paid taxes when I deposited it. You see what I'm saying? With the traditional IRA, it's taxed when you withdraw. So let's say I keep putting $10 a month, $10 a month, $10 a month. I retire and I take out $50,000. The government's going to tax that because I didn't pay the taxes when I put in the deposit. So that $50,000, let's say they take $10,000. So now I'm left with $40,000. I'm left with $40,000 if I didn't do a Freudian slip there and I said all my numbers perfectly. You see what I'm saying? Roth IRA, you're taxed. Roth IRA, you're taxed with the deposit, but you can withdraw safely, tax-free. With a traditional IRA, you're taxed when you withdraw, but you can deposit free of tax. Ultimately, I prefer the Roth IRA. I'm going to tell you guys exactly why Roth IRAs are the fucking way to go. I love my Roth IRA. And it's because I don't pay a lot of taxes. I don't have a salary where I get taxed and, I lose, 20% of my income to taxes. I don't. I work a clock-in job, and I lose very little money to taxes. So basically, if I pay the Roth IRA and I pay those low taxes now, I can avoid paying high taxes when I withdraw my savings in the future. You see what I'm saying? So by paying a little bit now, I actually save my money because I don't have to withdraw it and pay a big percentage tax on the money that I withdraw when I retire. I ultimately think the Roth IRA is way better than the traditional IRA. And if you guys are working any sort of summer job, you're working at the mom and pop shop, you're clocking in for work, you're putting in hours in a week, typically under 40, Roth IRA is the way to go. 100% go with the Roth IRA. Now that we've cleared up which retirement account you should go with, assuming you guys know whether to go between a 401k or a Roth IRA. I'm assuming you guys have singled yourselves out. Let me show you some actual data, because right now I've just been throwing numbers at you, telling you guys, believe me guys, trust me, you'll make this much when you retire. Let me show you some actual data, and let me actually show you why it's important to build a retirement account and how you can generate wealth for retirement. I urge you guys to play around with these things. They're called retirement calculators. You can find them all over the internet, and they're really helpful for visualizing how even small, consistent contributions to your retirement account can really, really help you out for when you retire. Now, there's a common misconception. A retirement account isn't something that you need to pump money into, constantly pumping money into, constantly, all my paycheck goes into my retirement account. Don't get me wrong, you can do that. You can do that and you could be set for life. But it's also important to balance things out. Some money, listen, I'm very big on my retirement. I put a lot of money into my retirement account, into my Roth IRA. But I still leave myself some spending money. I still portion a bit of my paycheck to go towards my wallet, going towards taking my girlfriend to the movies, buying food, buying beer. But it does really help. The more money you put into your retirement account on a monthly contribution, the better off you will be when you retire. But you shouldn't sacrifice things to pump money into your retirement account. It's a long-term investment at the end of the day. If you work a job and you want to live a happy retirement, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you just cut the useless spending, I'm talking, fucking buying nonstop vapes, ordering DoorDash, buying, $600 designer clothes. If you can afford that shit, before you guys make excuses, if you can afford all that other shit, you can spare, $200 a month minimum for your retirement. $200 a month for possibly the smartest investment that you can make towards your future. Undoubtedly the smartest investment that you can make towards your future. Because when you start earning, when you start putting your money into your retirement account, your money multiplies. $200 a month, I'll put it into a retirement calculator. I get $400,000, assuming you're the same age as me when you start your retirement account. I just think that's remarkable. I think that's fucking fantastic. People think that they're trapped in a system where they're unable to gain wealth. And the answer is just, you're wrong. You can easily obtain wealth if you just fucking invest it. If you put your brain into it and you put money aside and save. Saving is the secret to wealth. Saving is the secret to wealth. You make a retirement account, you put a little money in, you watch it grow. And don't even give me this bullshit like, I don't know how to start a retirement account. I don't know how to do this. It is the fucking easiest thing to do. I'm not asking you to build a rocket engine. I'm not asking you to do the impossible. You can do it on your phone, and you can just contribute a little bit each month. You have money for everything else, but you can't spare a couple hundred. You can't spare fucking $50 for your retirement, for your entire future? Are you serious? It doesn't have to be $200 if you can't make $200, but you can still make sizable wealth. Even with $50, you get $100,000, which, really isn't a lot, but that's still money for your retirement. That's still a huge multiplication. That's an insane growth. That's an insane growth. That's $24,000 of contributions. But it grew $77,000. You got $77,000 for just putting your money in a retirement account. That's all you had to do. You basically got free money just for putting money in a retirement account, just for making a deposit. And listen, I think more people need to wake up. I really think people need to stop being hopeless and just thinking that, life is over for me once I retire. I have no way to make money. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do, dude. Grow up, put money in a retirement account, reap the benefits, dude. When you turn 59 and you get $1 million fucking tax-free, if you go with a Roth IRA, you will look back and you will think, man, Napoleon really saved my fucking life. Napoleon did this all for me. But I know I said you shouldn't put all your money in your retirement account, but I really do urge you to, because this is your future we're talking about, and the only person at the end of the day, the only person that can build your future is you.